Kat here to do your November read. Just to give you guys a heads up, I've actually started picking out archetype cards to start all of the readings, just to kind of give us a grounded feeling about what the actual reading is going to be about and around and what the theme is. For the Aries collective, we actually chose the Eternal Child. And this is about capturing your inner joy. This is the type of person, if you're the person this is resonating with, who seeks joy, right? Who can connect with their inner child, who's radiant and fearless, and seeks happiness above all else. This is the person that struggles behind an aging body, possibly with physical limitations, in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child person wants to mix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. The inner child, or the eternal child, is joyful, playful, and accepts all magic. And a lot of very creative people have this as their archetype, right, for their personality. That includes artists and musicians, actors, actresses, and creative people in general. Sometimes have this. That's why we find a lot of creative people end up with addiction issues because they want to be elsewhere other than where they are, right? So let's start in with your reading. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Quick shout out to anyone who has liked, shared, or subscribed to the content on the channel. I truly appreciate your support. A few notes in the comments below for those of you who are new. On me, on how the channel works, on how my readings go, and how to get in touch with me on my website. The link is there, as well as personal readings. So any of that stuff you want to know is down below, but I will spare you the long introduction and just get right into the reading. Okay, so here we go. I've got a new deck of Fortuna, and it's a beautiful deck. It's just a little stiff. I haven't worked with it enough for it to be easy to shuffle yet, so just bear with me for 1 second while I shuffle this out. And then we will get into your reading, Aries. Okay. You know, the eternal child has that theme about them of live hard, play hard, right? All right, here we go, Aries. Seemed fitting for Aries. I have Aries as my Venus, my natal chart. Emperor, that's your card, Aries. Yeah, I was just saying, typical of Aries, right? The Emperor. And if you'll note, here's another thing, Aries. The Emperor has the number 4. The eternal child is the number 4. Okay? So the Emperor as an archetype plans and strategizes and predicts other people's movements, actions, feelings, all of that. And they make their own gestures, and they carve out their own actions, and they pursue things based on how they see everything falling in line. You know what I mean? To get what they want. The Emperor is very, very strategic. Thinks about things a great deal. Almost the opposite of the eternal child in being logistical, right? But also a card of Aries. So I find that interesting. They have the same number. One is about your inner child and your inner joy and your inner light. But then you think about all those creative people who are my way or the highway, right? It just has to be right. It just has to be right. It has to be the right tone, the right value, the right job, the right wallpaper, the right, paintbrushes. It has to be right. It just has to be right. The right guitar. Everything has to be just so in order for them to be satiated. And then it's on to the next thing, right? So that's kind of like that explorer mentality. We got the 4 of Wands, or 4 of Candles as your obstacle card. And I think this is funny too, because this is also an Aries card, guys. So, okay, so we got the Emperor. Then we get the 4 of candles of the Four of Wands, which is a twin flame soulmate card for you guys, okay? And what's interesting about that is this is the card of marriage. This is the card of committed relationships. This is the card of twin flame. This is the card of lighting you up. So what it's saying is your obstacle to being with someone else, to being with someone who truly marries you, to having that twin flame romance, that soulmate connection that you want, and that committed relationship, is this desire to be free, this desire to explore, to find joy in everything. And so there's this tug and pull between being strategic and planning and plotting everything out. And there's also, and these are all fours. You notice how these are all fours? So you got 4, 4, 4, which is amazing, right? And fours can also represent physicality and foundation. So there's this dichotomy between committed relationship and being compromising and flexible and all of that, right? And then being spontaneous and then planning and strategizing and being logistical and my way or the highway. Now, the Emperor, if upside down, is my way or the highway, okay? No, uncompromising. But in the upright position, which your card was when it came up, that means that this person can, and they can anticipate the needs of other people. They can see how things are going to play out. They know enough and they're wise enough and they have enough life experience to be able to plan and strategize their actions around what will transpire to make this come to fruition. So, I just find it very interesting. You got 3 fours. That rarely ever happens. They're all Aries cards on an Aries reading. So pay attention to this because I want to make sure you understand that the inner child is absolutely paramount to having your own joy. You have to be able to find your own joy and not be looking for validation in other people to fill you up. Yes? But sometimes if we're too independent and we're too we're not looking for escape, but if we're too non-committal, if we're too experimental all the time, and that is our driver, then this can be a challenge, right? Getting that. So this is an obstacle, but it's also something that is possible here. There just has to be a balance between this Emperor and this eternal child. Does that make sense? You've got the 3 of Cups down here below, and this is reason for celebration. So in your mind or in your subconscious, you know that you are going to attain this. I don't know if you've planned or strategized with someone else, but let's see. I'm going to get some more cards here to get to the bottom of all of that. This is a lot. I'm not going to take this, right? This is too much. So please, I just need the recent past first here, please. Okay. Yeah, this was our first card. So, Hanged Man. So you took some time out to really think about your life and how you wanted it to go. Prince of Cups. Interesting. So you've got on your mind is either offering your cup or an offer of love from someone else. And you've taken some time out to figure out what this is going to be for you. Yeah, strength. So you've got Leo over here, another fire sign. Interesting. In your upcoming future, and this is an 8. And 8s are about prosperity. So this is about overcoming the ego and pride. Yeah. So I see a lot of indication here that this is joyful, inner light, this happiness, this willingness to explore and experiment and be free. And yet this deep desire to be committed and to be with this one who lights you up in a long-term relationship. So some of this ego and pride here, working on that, like conquering the ego issues that come from being the Emperor, right? Is going to be important in your upcoming future. Okay. Three Cups, you want to build a foundation with someone else that you are a reflection of, and they're a reflection of you. You two are very similar, very compatible. And you can build this abundance, going forward. And you got Prince of Cups, so that's your other cup. I just think the ego and the pride here, the inner demons need to be resolved. See, Two of Cups is on your mind. That's what I said, Two of Cups. So you got 2 and 3, see? Ace of Keys. Interesting. So in your environment is some truth that hasn't come out about this offer. Either the one you're extending or the one you're receiving. We've got justice here, so that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for truth to come out, and you're hoping for fairness, right? That you're the sun and moon, you and them, right? That you complement each other that way. That there's reciprocity in the relationship, that there's an equal exchange of vulnerability in the relationship. Okay. Sun in reverse, also a Leo card. You may be dealing with a Leo here, guys. Maybe it's their ego and pride in the upcoming future because your Leo's in reverse up here. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups usually identifies someone coming back from the past. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups, guys. So wish fulfillment. This is the same as the 4 of Wands. This is having your cake and eating it too, right? Like this is the epitome of emotional abundance here, the 10 of Cups. It's having your 9 cups, which is on you to fulfill yourself and find joy in life and beauty in life and things that fill you up. And then to share that with another person here and building a life together with this 3 and the 2 of you, right? Doing that. But there's some truth that you hope will come out. And I see the Sun in reverse here. So I don't know if you're stuck or if they're stuck. Something is not coming back from the past for you that I think you were hoping would. Because I think you saw the potential in it. Okay. Let's get some more clarification on that. What's this? 3 of Keys. So some heartbreak there, some deception in the past. Interesting. Okay. All right. On the split, I get Death, King of Cups. So you had Prince of Cups and King of Cups. King of Cups doesn't really show their emotion. They've got their back to the emotional storm, right? But they really do have depth in their emotional state and how they feel about you. Death is a death and rebirth. That's transforming the self as it relates to some event. Page of Wands. Okay. Usually that's a new offer of love, but it's chemistry love. It's not, it's not agape, you know what I mean? Yeah. See here, Aries. I know create a relationship and spiritual union and love is on your mind. So let's see what we got. Interesting splits. Let's see if they come up again. Sometimes old relationships transform us, the relationships that we go through can sometimes be lessons and they transform us into different versions of ourselves that then prepare us for the next relationship. 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords. So it's the end of the cycle of you being stabbed in the back here in love. You notice how 4 of those swords are colored a different color, right? Some of these are from others. But 4, with 4 of wands here. You see the synergy here? Yep. Stabbed in the back. Temperance, having some patience to be able to manifest what it is that you want in your life, guys. I think you were dealing with a Leo before. Please let me know in the comments if that was the case. A Leo that is no longer in your life. Yeah, Justice card again. You want fairness and truth to come out. And there we go. 3 of Swords repeats. Here. Justice repeats. Here. Right? Anything else, Spirit, that we should know? That Aries should know? Yeah, not taking offers of love because of that right now. Yeah, here's your King of Cups again. Came out. 9 of Pentacles. So you're not feeling... 9 of Pentacles is not being okay on your own. It can be not being financially secure on your own, or having had that put you in that position where you are not financially secure. Yeah. But maybe you stopped waiting for things to change and you went out and on your own because of it, because it wasn't changing or becoming what you thought it should become. Yeah, lying, deception, deceit somewhere. And you had a decision which path to go down. And I think you chose to build a foundation for yourself. But let's try and get something on new love here, because we have this King of Cups. That might have been your Leo, though. We have this King of Cups and the Prince of Elixirs here. I think I want some clarification with another deck. With the Hanged Man again and King of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Magician pops up again, guys, with the Hangman. Getting a lot of repeaters here. It's time to manifest what you want, Aries. You have everything you need to do that. Yeah, 10 of Swords. It's just been a nightmare for you. You've gotten that twice. Moving on. Yeah. You gotta move on. I'm thinking about the past here, guys. I don't think they're coming back, if that's the case. Yeah, 9 of Cups is in the reverse. You need that in the upright before you can attract the new love in. You felt left out in the cold. Either they left or you had to block them for some reason. A lot of feeling left out in the cold here. I think it was both of you that did actually feel left out in the cold. And I think you thought the world would open up to you. I don't know if they were at a distance from you. If this is a long distance relationship, maybe it was something on a dating site. I don't know. Strange. There will be communication, though. Justice again. 3 times in a row, guys. Justice is Libra, though. You know, either you're dealing with a Leo or you're dealing with a Libra, because we've gotten Justice 3 times and we've gotten a couple of Leo cards here as well. And Justice can mean having the truth come out and having, you know, something that is fair and balanced in terms of relationship. It can also mean that you were dealing with a Libra. I'm going to get the Romance Angels because I'm curious now. Spirit, anything for Aries here? Chemistry. There was a strong magnetic attraction between the two of you. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So is this new love, or is this someone returning from the past? New love or someone returning from the past, Spirit? New love or someone returning from the past? Okay, this is one that wanted to come out here. You deserve love. You are lovable. Yes. But is this new love? Or is this Someone returning from the past. Is this new love or someone returning from the past, Spirit? Here we go. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You're not answering me here. We'll make the effort this time. So this must be from the past, guys. This is someone in the past. Don't shoot the messenger here. Great love is worth taking the steps guided to take, and something about children being in a consideration here. Either having them or you already have them and it was a consideration. But someone was wearing a mask in this relationship. That's where we get the deception, yeah. Anything else? Give it a chance. Now, sometimes wearing this mask here, because you see they both have one on. Sometimes wearing a false mask in a relationship can mean that someone acts like they don't care, someone deceives themselves about how much they care about the other person. It can mean a lot of things, right? It can mean someone agreeing and people pleasing because they don't want the relationship to end, or it can mean someone acting like it's no big deal when it really is. Someone having self-esteem issues, and not wanting to come clean with how they really feel because they feel it compromises them or puts them in an odd position. So there's all this stuff that can be there in terms of, not letting people see the real you. It's not always malevolent in the sense that they want to hurt you. It's a lot of times very protection orientated, So whoever this person was, Leo or Libra in the past, there was chemistry. You need to actually get to know each other because you were both wearing masks and you weren't showing each other the real you. You deserve love. And they're saying when they come back to give it a chance to express how you really feel, instead of pretending you don't care if that's what you did before, and to make the effort here. All right, that's what I have for you guys, Aries, for the month of November. Interesting that we're going into the holidays and you get this. Interesting that we started with 3 4s, which is kind of amazing. And that equals 12, and 1 + 2 = 3. And 3 is always about the querent, always about you. And 3 is also about faith. So from a numerological standpoint, pretty fascinating stuff here, guys. Got a lot of Libra cards here. A lot of Justice cards. Yep. I will get you some advice real quick before we go. See if there's something else that Spirit wants to tell you about for advice, okay? Because there is a 10 of Cups here. There is the possibility for the 10 of Cups here with this person, believe it or not. A leg up. Really interesting. A leg up. And maybe someone was very, maybe someone in your sphere was also somewhat immature, the eternal child here, because you did get the Prince of Elixirs and the King of Cups. So some aspects of their personality may be very immature, childish. And you may not have been able to deal with that, right? I'm actually going to read this. I haven't had the need to do that, but this one I want to because I want to make sure I'm relaying it to you in the right way. Okay, 3 4. So basically what this says is receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence instead of codependence, right? In regard to relationships, ones that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is the time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind. Ask and it will be given. Okay, so that goes back to the whole wearing of the mask in the relationship and saying, oh, it's fine, I don't mind, blah, 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 when there was resentment there, or sure, we'll do mine next time, and then it never happens. Like all of that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Speak your truth, you know? And if you can't do it, and there's definitely heartbreak here on both sides. So if you can't speak your truth in the moment, you know, just let them know. I'm upset. I can't exactly pinpoint why. I don't want to have a debate about it right now, but I'm really upset with you. You know, say something that indicates that you're not happy or you are happy with the situation, whatever the case may be, so that it can be broached later without it being a shock and a surprise, like shock and awe. Like they know at least that something transpired that was not okay with you. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of times we have these feelings and we need help or whatever. We expect someone to read our minds, or we expect them to do something different. We have expectations, right? Rather than standards. And we don't say so in the moment. We kind of let it slide. And then it builds, you know, one block at a time, one building block at a time, right? So make your needs known, right? And balance this eternal child with that adult emperor in this relationship, okay? All right. That's what I've got for you guys, Aries. Take care. Hope you have a great month. If you liked the video and it resonated with you, hit the like button on the way out, please, because that helps it get shared and seen by other people, which keeps the channel going. Additionally, if you want to subscribe, hit that button and the notification bell, hit all so that you get notified when I upload again in the middle of the month. All right. Take care. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. 1, 2.